Before watching this, please see the following video if you haven't already done so. Hi everyone. At 1 minute 33 seconds begins the 7th repeat of Metheny's solo. Over the initial bars, Metheny arpeggiates a C minor triad which supplies the G minor 7 chord's 11th and flat 13th extensions and the C7's sharp 9th extension. From here, a long-range line begins from the 9th of F major 7 harmony and descends through octave displacement to end on the root note of this B flat 7 chord. Through the remaining bars of this 12-bar cycle, Metheny is essentially using chord notes which are sometimes altered, such as here where the minor 7th is used as part of this descent to B natural, E flat major's sharpened 5th degree. Chromatic non-harmony notes are also included, such as this F flat passing note, an idea repeated here over D flat major 7 harmony. This G flat also is a passing note moving to this F. In this instance, and the similar usage over E flat major, the passing note and its target note are separated by a third note, which is here an incomplete lower neighbour note, and here the root note of the D minor 7 flat 5 harmony, which is sounded early as an anticipation. This D diminished arpeggio is embellished and connects with this B flat note to this G major arpeggio, which includes its flattened 13th and sharp 9th extensions. Beginning the following 12-bar cycle, Metheny uses the rhythmic motif as the basis for the semitone idea, which here moves between the major and minor 7th of the underlying C minor 7 harmony. The C minor harmony is again partially continued over this G minor 7 chord, with the E flat again supplying G minor's flat 13th extension. Here, Metheny uses an ascending parallel chord idea, which uses major triads a major second apart. The upper notes of these triads form a long-range line which moves to the C, the 9th of B flat 7 harmony. Between the D and E major triads, and again here leading to the conclusion of this line, Metheny includes this figure which consists of a minor or major third and a second. These figures are used to either connect the upper minor third intervals of the major triads or are used as an intervallic collection to continue the line. As we'll see, along with using parallel chords, Metheny also uses this type of parallel interval idea as part of his soloing vocabulary. After this figure over the B flat 7 harmony, Metheny then uses a descending parallel chord idea, where the ascending triads now descend. However, while the ascending triads were a major second apart, these descend chromatically to this D flat major triad. Through the descent, Metheny occasionally repeats the triads, such as here where E flat minor is repeated over A flat 7 harmony, and here where this D flat triad is repeated over D minor 7 flat 5 harmony. The descent ends with this G major arpeggio, the root note of which is sounded over the bar line at the beginning of the following 12-bar cycle as the 5th of C minor 7 harmony. Through these bars, Metheny uses a common note idea, the rhythm of which may be heard as a variant of the solo's rhythmic motif. The rhythmic motif is again used as the basis for the semitone idea, which here moves between the major and minor third of this F major 7 harmony. Through the following bars, Metheny is again essentially using chord notes which are sometimes connected by passing or incomplete neighbour notes. Here, for example, the root note and third of F minor 7 harmony are used. Here, the root note and 7th of B flat 7 harmony. Here, the third and root note of E flat major harmony, with the E flat note also sounding as the root note of this E flat minor 7 arpeggio. Here, the third and 5th of A flat 7 harmony, and here the notes of a D flat major 7 arpeggio are embellished. This C note, the 7th of D flat major, also begins another long-range line, which initially descends to the flattened 5th degree of the C minor 7 harmony at the beginning of the following 12-bar cycle, before then continuing to end on the sharpened 5th of the C7 harmony. Through these bars, Metheny plays a line which may be heard as an F major arpeggio connected to a C minor 7 arpeggio, the notes of which supply the F major 7's 9th extension and F minor's 9th and 11th extensions. Through these bars, Metheny is again essentially using chord notes connected with passing and incomplete neighbour notes. For example, here he uses the B flat 7's 9th, 3rd and 5th degrees. Here, E flat major's 7th and 5th degrees. Here, E flat minor's 5th and 7th degrees. Here, the D minor 7 flat 5's 5th, 3rd and 7th degrees, and so on. Here also Metheny uses the semitone idea, which again moves between the major and minor 3rd of this F major 7 harmony. From here, another long-range line begins, which initially descends to end on C, the 3rd of A flat 7 harmony. It then moves up this embellished D flat major 7 arpeggio to then continue its descent through D flat, the flat 9th of C minor 7 harmony, C, the 11th of G minor 7 harmony, before ending here on the 7th of the C7 chord. The final C and B flat notes of this line are essentially harmonized by a C major and C7 arpeggio, which includes C7's flattened 5th degree, implying its tritone substitution. Within this line, played over F major 7 harmony, Metheny embeds a parallel chord idea with the C major arpeggio moving to this B diminished arpeggio. From here, another long-range line begins whose contour resembles this earlier line. Like the earlier example, this line also initially descends to C, the 3rd of A flat 7 harmony, before moving up this D flat major 7 arpeggio to then continue its descent to end on G, the root note of G7 harmony. The following 12-bar cycle begins with an ascending parallel interval idea based on ascending diminished fifth intervals. These intervals are formed under the initial notes of this long-range line, moving from E flat, the 3rd of C minor 7 harmony, to B flat, the 7th of C7 harmony. The lower notes of these parallel intervals form a partial semitone ascent, moving from A to B. And filling these intervals is a combination of seconds and thirds, supplying various alterations and extensions to the underlying C minor 7 harmony. Another parallel interval idea, this time descending, begins here, where its upper line descends chromatically from this E flat, the 7th of F minor 7 harmony, to C, the 7th of D flat major 7 harmony, while its lower line descends from this E to D flat. The notes of these lines together form these figures, which move harmonically as diminished octaves and major and minor 7th intervals, each of which include a middle note, which also forms a descending line from this A flat to F. Beginning from here and leading into the initial bars of the following 12-bar cycle is the same idea, which now ascends with the upper line moving from D to G and the lower from E flat to A flat. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. See you next time.